Hello everyone who's hearing my voice. I've received feedback from the Ukrainian society that has listened to my first recording of Yezhili Ishby that the music wasn't really doing anything positive towards the quality of the piece. Thus, I've decided to re-record it in the same place, still in Zhytomyr, still drinking coffee, and gonna be smoking some cigarettes. So, let's give it a go. So, Yezhili Ishby, if only. Summary. A Russian fuck goes to the SMO, Special Military Operation, to earn a penny for a Canadian visa, gets slimed by an FPV drone. Afterward, a second non-Russian fuck arrives to Voronezh for the funeral and receives a Lada Kalina and 2 kilos of laundry powder. What's next on the list? Note. A translation of Yezhili Ishby by Ragbach, Soler 1, original note, Hello Unwashed Russia. Translator's note. Initially, I translated this work for my fiancée, a non-Ukrainian, and it was not supposed to be released. However, I could not help but see the amount of demand for an English translation of this work on Twitter, so I decided to give it a shot and upload the translation here. Like with any work not written in the literary standard of the language, exemplum gratia, Train Sporting by Irvin Welsh, etc. You lose a part of the work in the translation simply because the decisions and the choices to write in a specific variation of it by the author adds to the level of the work significantly, and this is definitely the case with Yezhili Ishby, which was technically written in Russian but using Ukrainian orthography and spelling. I could not keep the feeling of the work throughout translation, and frankly, I still don't know how exactly I could have transferred that from the original without seriously impairing the readability. Many people have pointed out that I'd be fitting to make the work in an Irish or Scottish dialect, but really what makes them as different to the standard used in London is the accent, not syntax or grammar. So, what I could recommend you, the reader, is to read this work with a Scotch accent, or even better, read the original. Introductory word. Yezhili Ishby, if only, a tragic comedy in 3 acts, by Soler 1, Ragbach, translated by Oxran. Dramatis personae. Singer jester, choir of tramps, or Russian society, Ilya volunteer, Shane, official, policeman, neighbors, old woman, man, teenager, tramp number 1, tramp number 2, whore, soldier. Act 1. The volunteer myth. Summary. Little Ilya gets to know the price of a Canadian visa. Singer jester. Believe it or don't believe, once lived upon the earth Ilya the volunteer scoundrel in his birth. Ilya was no hero, no victim cast aside, not cheated by the wind, not foolish in his pride, not poor, he grabbed his share, not pushed, he went alone, not chased, he rushed ahead, no stars were ever stolen, no rebel in his form, no slave beneath the norm, just average by design, by his own will in the middle of a line. No finger beckoned him, yet off he went to kill, with proud and lifted face and eager cheerful will. Chorus of tramps, Russian society. Serve on Ilya, serve away, blood is warmer than the soul. Thinking never was your trade, you're an SVO devotee whole. Singer jester. One dawn, when barely light had broken through the grey, a brand new order came to start the special fray. If you want your visa, show that handsome face and hurry to the SVO. No time for slow disgrace. Not war, but special outing. Not death, but special cost. Not murder, merely labor. Not people, cannon fodder. And Ilya hid no eyes, nor told his land, no more lies. He grinned the way a cat does at a mouse with hungry eyes. That was the whole reply, the sum of what he'd say, a smile, and off he went, along the ordered way. Chorus of tramps, Russian society. Mother Russia, ye mighty queen, loves us stern and dry of tears. Some we write upon the list, some we bury without prayers. Send them boots and send them more. Off they march in peasant rows, into pits or into glory only heaven truly knows. Singer jester. And at the word great deed his belly gave a growl, his head an empty bowl, an interesting prologue. Chorus of Tramps, Russian Society. Live it up, Ilya, go off you roam, it's someone else's house, not home. Sing Chester. But the Tsar is none too bright, off to Ukraine you go, yes to Ukraine you'll ride, show us that handsome mug, if Visa is your pride. Ilya crossed 100 woods, all wandering in vain. You'll not escape Ukrainians, nor the dull Tsar's domain. Step to the right, betrayal. Step to the left, disgrace. Ahead, an FPV drone, like heaven's prosecutor's face. No cross, but only crosshairs. No archangel, a drone. A sudden grace descended on Ilya's little zone. He never had the moment to cry, "Oh God, save me!" Just clay between his teeth, and dreams of sovereignty. Down fell Ilya then, not for kingdom or for Rus, but for a line in orders and a calf-like mournful foos. Down fell Ilya then, not for mother, not for home, but for the right he cherished to crush another's dome. He lay there growing cold, became a 201, and in the paper margin it was written, fell alone. Cause? None. Chorus of Tramps, Russian Society. Threaten Ukrainians, in your face you'll get a drone. If your brother crawls into, to a grave he's also prone. Notes. I'll be real. It's not a direct translation per se, since I really wanted to preserve the rhyme. If you have read the original work, you'll notice that this translation is a bit longer, but it's for a good reason. Act 2. Notes. I was climbing up a mountain with a friend. After a while I turned to him and asked, "How far are we?" He said, "Yezhili Ishby." That's when I knew. We were at the peak. Scene 1. The Arrival of a Fool. Shane enters with a suitcase, he looks around. Chorus of Tramps, Russian Society. Here he comes, the foreign guest, seeking love and Russian shame. Thought a sweetheart saw him off, but he stumbled in a game. No one greets you, hear the crowd, no one sobs and no one cries, and the one who dares to think quickly disappears likewise. Shane. How terrifying Russia seems, grey the house and dark the hall. There's a tramp in uniform, dead perhaps, or not at all. Chlorine mingled thick with rot, soot and fog and winter's breath, windows taped with strips of tape, so you need not see your mess. From the cellar creeps a wind, where a pipe rose on the night. On the right, boiler hidden under boards, warming red streams through the night. In the shop, an empty hush. Yet on each wall a portrait promises prosperity to a country ripped apart. Bread by rations, soup by rumors, meat exists on posters bright. Shop girl in a worn-out fur stares past me like I'm might. Grandma warms her hands with sighs, whispers softly, "Shut the fuck up." Next an old man into a hand-torn hat, "Talk too much, you'll better gulp." Chorus of Tramps, Russian Society. Learned guest, don't wrinkle brows, if you wish to live endure. Drunken states are all we know, love here never stays secure. Schools will teach you how to silence, church will teach you gratitude, army teaches how to perish, never ask what life is good. Shane. I had thought there would be culture, choirs, ballet, the Russian soul, not three thugs in uniform offering loans for kettles whole. His spirituality smells, mixed with mothballs, fear and gloom. Icons stand with rifles ready, caught him on the butcher's room. Russians do not scream in pain. When the urge to shoot appears, it is modesty here simply. See no truce and hear no fears. Chorus of Tramps, Russian Society. Thought our land just buried corpses. Rotting bodies underground, little Shane forgot one detail. Living souls are also bound. All of Russia lives in absence, flesh remains, its spirit jailed, passports live, but human beings long ago themselves have failed. Shane. They had told me officially, there'll be speeches, tears and grief, yet I'm but a modest tourist, vodka, bread would bring relief. Chorus of Tramps, Russian Society. Wait a moment, foolish Shane. First you answer what we say. Why are you not serving with us? That's not how we do today. Here all people either serve or lie worming in the clay. Third paths never were invented by the law nor God's own way. Shane. I am just a child of peace, want to live and sing my song. I won't stain the honor of uniforms that much alone. I have fragile little hands. I am frightened, hurting man. All my childhood habits taught me only how to weep again. I feel pity for the suffering, pray for everyone at night. I'm a peaceful, foolish Shane, not a word about the fight. Chorus of Tramps, Russian Society. Look, behold the peaceful Shane, no whetstones and no stones. To Voronezh from Canada he came seeking Ilya alone. Scene 2, the arrival of another fool. An official enters with a folder and approaches Shane. Official. Ilya died, the documents are here, will tell the truth. No foolish cheer. Here's the key to his new car. The state provides his laundry powder. And who are you, a foreign spy? Speak, wanderer, or say goodbye. Shane. Not a spy, not tourist proud, not a fighter fierce and loud. I simply love, that's what I claim. A citizen of verse is Shane. Chorus of Tramps, Russian Society. Hear him, citizen of all, write it down within the roll. Rainbow love outside the quotas, beyond classroom, beyond control. Official. Love, you say? That's tricky law. Ordinary we try and do, but that? Whom you love, a man perhaps? I'll record a neat collapse. Foreign man and deviant too, quite a splendid legal brew. You're a courty foreign friend, ways exist for such an end. Chorus of Tramps, Russian Society. Trial's needless, good enough. Without trial things go rough. Guilt lies ready in the soil. Foreigner, then villains roll. Shane. I won't argue, I agree, I just want to quietly be. I will sign it, I can leave, forget all and take reprieve. Official. You're a clever one indeed. Fine response, a shining hand, though no shoulders for the need. Sign right here and here as well, and another mark you'll place. Give a little money too, all will vanish without trace. Body for us, memory for plan. Car for records, neat and grand. Sit a moment, do not shake, we inspect the soul you make. Shane. I stay silent, I don't mind, I will not disturb your kind. Official. Very good, that is the rule, not to leave but play the fool. The official closes folder, a bell ring. Chorus of Tramps, Russian Society. Another citizen today has passed the adaptation's way. Welcome kindly, take your station in the land of normal degradation. Act 3. Scene 1. The People's Court. A Soviet apartment courtyard, a bench, plastic bags, a carpet on a beating frame, an icon beside the rubbish bin. Chorus of Tramps, Russian Society. Our courtyard is sacred ground. Shouts and curses, blows resound. Here the law is always clear, strongest fists decided here. Who is weaker, he is to blame. Who's a stranger, here's the game. No courts here, no written rule, people settle matters cruel. Shane exits the stairwell, carrying a suitcase and keys. Shane. Ah, Ilya, loser and wretched swine. Don't invade another's line. War is brutal, rough and grim. Ointment won't heal if we vim. I came merely to say goodbye, take his ashes, nothing else. Thought I'd quietly slip away from this country any day. Neighbors appear, old woman, man, teenager. Old woman. Where are you off to, little Fankin, leaving us without farewell? Foreign friend, won't you extend just a neighbor's hand as well? Tell us, Shane, dear little dove, why you wander to this place. Speak the honest truth to us about your blue/gay disgrace. Teenager. Not just blue, his rainbow bright, perfect TikTok scene tonight. Strike a pose and let me film. Don't you blink now, keep it still. Shane. I just love the Ilya so. I'm a peaceful man, you know. I don't meddle in your state, never spoke of war or hate. I stand for peace, for song and home, love instead of fear and chrome. I kept silent. Still, I will. I'm no enemy, for good I shall. Man.
Hear the people, did you hear? He said war, that word right here.
It's SVO. Oh, fool you, our Canadian guest. What absurdity you've guessed. Everything goes by the plan. Television never scams. Anyone who calls for peace seems a very dubious man. Shame. I stayed silent, bore the pain, never cried, nor did complain. Old woman. See yourself, your silence speaks. Silent minds hatch secret schemes. Anyone who's not like us must be plotting dangerous dreams. Singajasta. Then began the education, 100 blows and fists that teach people's method of correction for Canadian-style speech. Here we don't beat, we explain. Don't cripple, we train the brain. Truth is hammered in with zeal, driving out the gayish feel. Chorus of tramps, Russian society. Один for glances out of line. Два for words not quite benign. Three for thoughts you might conceal. Еще раз so reasons hard to feel. Bet so memories finally erased. Lights flicker, boom, boom. The sounds of blows resemble the ordinary beating of a carpet. Shay. I had thought the evil lay in the system's iron sway, in the state and its command, yet it lives in common hands. Not in papers, nor decrees, nor portrays on the walls we see, but in palms that grip a stone, wire, stick and belt alone. Evil grows not in the offices, it grows in yards and barracks mass, in stairwells, sheds and kitchen gloom, in patch socks drying in the room. Every petty man aside, every I've got naught to hide, builds the cage with quiet care, crowbars ready in the air. Chorus of tramps, Russian society. Not black soul and not pure white, best be ordinary, right? We are normal, plain and steady, difference kills the state already. A siren, wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo. A policeman runs in.
What's going on? Extremism again? Complaints against the state domain? Or just noise for nothing, mate? Must we ticket you for another wage?
Old woman.
Look right here, good officer. Here's the troublemaker, sir. Brings the state unnecessary grief, talking nonsense about rights relief.
Policeman.
Heard enough, dear mama mine. Time for us to leave this line. Seems the people solved it fine.
Shame. Leave? But they attacked me here. Beat me. Why? What have I done? I didn't even fight them back. Policeman.
Didn't beat you, taught you well. Peace talk turns the head to hell. Better we'd arrest you still, lock you up a day or three, so you'd learn how motherland feeds her sons obediently.
Singajasta. So Shane was led away and blood bruises shame for sinning of peace in Canada's name. In Russia there's only one possible way. For words or for thought, you're on duty that day. Chorus of tramps, Russian society. Another enemy removed from the local yard. Love whom you wish, but love the right card. In silence, in darkness, until morning's call. Preferably, leaving no trace at all. Preferably. Singajasta. Thus Shane met the people's power at last, fist teaching order swift and fast. Violence tastes sweet to the Russian tongue, better blood fresh than dried bread unsun. Scene 2. The Monkey Court. An iron cage, the prison visually resembles a butcher's stall. Policeman. Policeman.
Climb inside, you intellectual type. Study now this living stripe. Here the only freedom swearing, all the rest is compromise.
Chorus of tramps. These aren't people, statistics here, living out the days in fear. Everyone arrived by chance, everyone learned silence dance. Shame. Tell me, why the prison bars? Why am I confined like this? I have truly done no harm. Not a word, not even this. Tramp number 1.
Maybe just your face annoyed them. Maybe you resemble Dad. Maybe quarters must be filled. Lock to youngsters, make them sad. Tramp number 2. Perhaps the truth is simple. Russia works exactly so. Guilt or innocence is nothing. Plans must meet the numbers flow. Shane. Strange affair. What fate bizarre. Why are all of you so still? Surely this cannot be right. Someone must resist the will. Prostitute. Because light mouths are dangerous tills. Speak too much, you'll end in rules. Blab enough and soon you'll be just red numbers in a brief. Soldier.
I myself am killing free. My great land's authority. Stole myself some toilet bowls.
They promised rubles and macaroni rolls. I immediately believed in the pasta thing. Killed the children, killed the old. Orders given must be told. If tomorrow they say shoot yourself, no debate, I'll ask for 2 rifles off the shelf.
Shane. Russia, with its people, forms one vast evil soaked in storms. Not the orders, not the staff. To drive the system's bloody craft, you must persuade a dullard choir to sing the hymn of killing fire.
Whore. Evils, when they skip your pay. Bombs are geopolitics, they say. Evils when the clients flee. Was no topic for critique.
Tramp number 1.
Evil's thinking is reading books. You're too clever by your looks. Better drink and go to your bed. Don't let rain drip through your shirt.
Tramp 2. Oh no!
Tramp number 2. War the background, just a view, boring like asphalt to walk through. We're not shooting, we just live, though we pay for others' grief.
Singer Jester. And there stands among the filth a faceless man of gentle myth, with Canadian passport clean. He never shot, yet stayed unseen. Never asked, never cared, called himself humane and fair. He never offered shoulder strong. Shane. But I've done nothing wrong.
That's the bloody thing.
Thank you for listening to this better rendition of Yezhili Ishby, or If Only. Like, follow, and subscribe. And have an amazing day. XOXO.